after I became a lawyer, because of my own experience that of litigation, where I found that most lawyers do not understand and have no sensitivity to women facing domestic violence. And even the judges do not have that sensitivity. So I felt that if I become lawyer, I would be able to represent women better. So that's what led me to start the organization, basically to help women who are facing domestic violence and are going through divorce. So the whole aim was to provide quality legal support at a very reduced rate, or if they are poor, as a pro bono case. We have a group of lawyers and support persons. We call our intervention socio-legal. Earlier we used to do only legal, but now we started doing also social and legal, because women need help both in the legal front as well as in the social front. So when a woman approaches us, there are two different strategies for domestic violence and sexual violence. For domestic violence, individual women approach us, and when they do that, we have a long interaction with them to find out what exactly they want. Do they want to litigate? Do they want to wait? Do they want a divorce? Do they want just a restraining order stopping the husband from leaving the home? Do they have an alternative? If they want to leave the house, where will they go? If they have children, then what about custody of children? Where she will go with her children? What about children's education? What about her own support systems, etc.? After going through this entire conversation, which may take about an hour or two, depending upon the woman, then we decide a strategy for her. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 meetings, but the woman is not able to decide. So she may go back, tell you that I'll go back and think about it. I'll discuss with my mother, I'll discuss with my sister, etc. Then she comes back, and then if she wants to go to the court, then we say, what do you want? Do you want a divorce? Do you want maintenance? Do you want a restraining order so that you will not be thrown out of the house? What exactly do you want in litigation? Now, whatever she says, accordingly we draft the petition and we file it in the court. Then we defend her in the court, as represent her as a lawyer, and argue the case for her. And finally, that will take about a year or two, because depending upon the other side, the judge, court vacancies, all of that, if you include, it takes a long time, and we warn the women that it will take a long time. We may get her a quick interim order within a month or 2 months, but the entire case will take about 2 to 3 years. And then if it is under the Domestic Violence Act, which is faster, otherwise it is in the family court. Domestic violence cases are in the magistrate court, and as per the act, you have to decide the case within 6 months. Nothing happens within 6 months, but at least you get a faster date, and orders there are faster to come after the act came in 2005. Now, once the order comes, the case is not over, because the husband may not comply with the order. If it is a divorce, it is fine. But if it is a maintenance, then he will not pay, or violence may continue, etc. He may throw her out despite the court order, all of that. Then you have to go back to court to implement that order or execute that order. And under the Domestic Violence Act, if he violates the order, there is a punishment. And the courts are supposed to act immediately on this, but they don't. So you have to initiate proceedings again for what we say execution of order or implementation of the order. And then only the final remedy will come. Either he'll agree for a lump sum amount or a monthly payment, and then the case gets finished. There are several challenges actually. One is the court itself is a challenge. The litigation process itself, everybody knows what happens in the court and tedious work that is involved. The other side, the women are always scared that her lawyer will compromise with the other side lawyer and defeat her case. But when she comes to an organization like Majlis, she is more secure. She understands that we do not do such tactics, we do not compromise it, and we are not here for the money that we get out of this case, because we get a grant and our lawyers are paid on a monthly salary, not case by case. So that helps. I mean, we have changed it. It was started like this, but now we have a panel lawyers who get paid case by case also. Otherwise, we have in-house lawyers and all that. But even the panel lawyers go through a process of training. There are many challenges actually. Firstly, the woman herself may change her mind. Once you prepare the whole case, or even after you file the case, she will say, I don't want to litigate. I want to compromise with my husband. Or my family is saying, don't go to court, because there is a big blockage about going to court. There is an ironical situation that we have always asked for laws, newer laws, more stringent laws, etc. But there is always a fear of going to court. You don't want to go to court. So that is a dichotomy, that one level you want the laws, but another level you do not want to use the law. So one can understand that it is very frustrating for a lawyer when a woman changes her mind. Because you have done all the hard work, etc., etc. And now you are ready to file, or you have already filed, and she says, no, I don't want to litigate. She may say in the court also that in front of the judge, I don't want to litigate. Or she may even say the lawyer forced me, which is very embarrassing. So that is one of the major hurdles, because she gets fed up of the court procedure, etc. Now, when she wants to withdraw the case, while it is very, very frustrating for the lawyer, we must understand that it is her life. The second frustrating experience is the attitude of the judiciary. Earlier, before the Domestic Violence Act came, the judges never used to believe that there is domestic violence. They feel that this is all made up story. We also have had cases of sexual abuse. And the judges just refuse to accept this or believe it. So it becomes very challenging to convince the judges. And being an NGO, being a women's rights legal organization, they think it is the organization who has goaded this woman to file this case. So that's another big challenge. It used to be much more before, but now at least it is changed because of the law, etc. There is a law protection of children from Domestic Violence Act, protection of children from sexual violence, Sexual Assault Act, and there's a law for domestic violence. So because of this, there is a change in attitude. So now it is a little easier to convince the judges.